keep the energy going. There you go. I just got back from a month being in Europe last night and put this together at 7 o'clock this morning, so I'll just write it off to jet lag, although the 2 people before me was a no-show because of food poisoning, so I probably won't be much worse than they would have been. So I have a little bit of a critical take on where we are right now in the NFT world. I've been involved for 2 years. I come from a background of traditional art. NFTism was a word that I trademarked, actually do have on my arm. I'm thinking of adding the post this summer. And in the beginning, there was a lot of talk about community, utility, collaboration, empowerment, and now the discourse or the dialogue or the complaints are largely cash grabs, scams, celebrity NFTs, and false promises. So we've come a long way in a short time. Now, how do I make this work? That's one thing they didn't tell me. How do I move this? There we go. So you could pretty much put any word in Google and then add the word NFT and you'll get a PFP. I tried shrimp. That's one topic, ripe for NFTs. And then the other one was like John Gerard, who is a nice enough guy. He just made a giant NFT project with oil spills. And I mean, you have to kind of see the irony of releasing a series of NFTs in Ethereum about depicting pictures of oil spills. NFT.NYC, with all due respect, I don't know if there's more speakers or more people that they've sold our emails to for spam. So I think NFT.NYC is kind of the equivalent of a shrimp PFP project. I mean, I think it's Gary V that pulls all the crowds, but I'm here, and I was here last year at about 9 o'clock in the morning. We could have done this at the Starbucks around the corner. It would have been more intimate, or you're welcome to come to my house this afternoon if you want to continue the conversation. This is an artwork I made about Mother Teresa, and it was more like there was a book written by critic Christopher Hitchens called Missionary Position, and in a way, the crypto world has been, is kind of a similar situation where the critique of Mother Teresa in this book was that she uses poverty in a way to further her missionary zeal of converting people to Catholicism, in the same way that the crypto world has been accused of selling altcoins and NFTs to help draw more people into this pyramid scam. And now we've seen a little bit of a flush out in the market. I haven't checked in the last 3 minutes, but this market fluctuates with the rapidity of a roller coaster. And even though I lost a chunk of my money, I have to say, I think this is probably the best thing that's happened in 2 years, is that this is going to help wash out a lot of the froth and a lot of the ridiculous levels of speculation. And in 1 week on OpenSea, there were 1,400 PFP projects released. And I heard a couple of doozies eavesdropping in the theater today. One of them was a farm where you can pet the animals, breed the animals before it turns into an animal battle video game. Some more scams in the last couple of weeks that people are taking their near worthless coins, borrowing tons of money in stable coin, and then doing a runner and stealing lots of money. Murakami, his NFTs went from 220,000 to 2,000. He just sold 150 paintings at Gagosian last week, so he's not that sorry. He didn't return any of the money to his community, as far as I'm aware. There were crypto exchange commercials during the Super Bowl for millions and millions of dollars for 30 seconds of airtime, stadium naming agreements with the various companies which have come to a grinding halt. When I see something like this, it makes me think I'm in the right place at the right time, because whatever he says, I'm not that interested. And I may sound cynical and skeptical, but I love NFTs. My life has been changed radically over the last 2 years, and not one day has been the same. I just gave 6 lectures from London to Zurich to Athens just a matter of days ago. And despite all of these flags that I have just raised, I still couldn't be more optimistic about the state of where we are. I mean, NFTs have been around in earnest since only Punks came out in late 2017. It's been around, the market took off in 2020. And no matter what's going to happen, I love art. So just to clarify things, I make digital art for 30 years. I've been in the art world, the traditional art world, for all of those decades. I'm self-taught and created my own role in the art world where none existed before. And NFTs, for the first time in my life, have enabled me to do something which I all but gave hope on. I'm certainly not young, as you can see, and I've been able to make a living from my art for the first time in my life. I never thought that would be possible. So through all the noise, through all the static of the shrimps and the cash grabs and all of that, I'm standing here, or sitting here, I should say, and I've never been more optimistic. And I'm doing a project with the museum in Florence for a catalog they did. I'm back on the plane to Europe on Monday. I have my digital art in an exhibition in a museum in Zurich and a museum in Karlsruhe, Germany. And I think that this downturn is going to bring out the people that truly care about art, care about communicating. I go to my Discord every day. I did my own satirical fake PFP project called Crypto Mutts that was meant to be a satire. And in the end, I end up in Discord defending myself and getting beaten up every day. But I love it because, in a way, digital art and NFTs in particular have made a radical revolutionary transformation in the relationship between artists and makers and their audience. And I have to say, it's been so inspiring to me to reflect off of the people that I engage with and expand on art lovers. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. Again, back to one more critical slide before I get out of your hair. Decentralization has been the buzzword, and now I work with Known Origin, I work with Nifty Gateway and Foundation and all of the big platforms. But now we're seeing this kind of consolidation, which is a little bit disheartening. But, Art Blocks merged with Pace Gallery, one of the biggest contemporary art galleries in the world. Punks and Apes and Noah Davis he was the head of Christie's NFTs, has now joined forces with them, Known Origin with eBay. So much for decentralization. What I would really love to see would be NFTs pegged to a stable coin. I would love to be able to create something like this because the art should not be pegged to such wildly volatile fluctuations in the crypto markets. In a way, it makes it almost impossible to be an artist and trying to create a logical, rational market for your work and then have an 80% drop in the underlying currency. It's a little bit disheartening, but maybe something like this can come out of the ashes. And then to end in a very positive note is this incredible artist whose work I've curated into a number of shows. You really should catch this show. It's in this piss-ridden subway station right around the corner from here. And Sarah Friend, she's Canadian artist. She was a painter, taught herself coding, based in Berlin. And she has this exhibition right now in the subway station, of all places. Get the true New York experience if you're not from here. And she's selling these crazy great NFTs for $220. At the same time, I love her notion of value and how I gotta go. But she sold NFTs in the past where you were obligated to give them away. In her new NFT, if you don't engage with another project, you can't sell the new NFT for 10,000 years unless you comply with certain parameters that she spelled. These are the things that thrill me. I like that hat that has like a LED message going across it. Yeah, you. Stop looking at your phone. I'm talking to you. Anyway, so I'm really grateful to speak to all of you people. I'm not as horrible as I sound. I love art. I love digital art. I love NFTs through all the crap and all the horrible things that we've all had to endure. My kid's wallet was wiped out. There's a lot of things you have to be careful for, but to end on a positive note and a negative at the same time, there's never been a greedy network of decentralized computers. There's never been a dishonest computer. There are greedy people, but not computers. And like I said, my life has been transformed. I'm thrilled to be sitting here. I'm grateful to be speaking to you. You could have all moved up like 40 rows and it would have been more intimate. But I just want to thank you for listening, and feel free to contact me I'm very happy to engage and return every DM that comes my way in any platform. And I love the dialogue. Art is about sharing, art is about communicating, and that's why we're here, and I just want to thank you very much.
Woo. Thank you so much, Kenny.